Ocean View School District serves these fresh, locally sourced foods to students every day. Be sure to check them out in your school's cafeteria to get a taste. Hi, I'm Asher, and welcome to Edible Education with Ocean View School District. Today, we're with John Watkins at
Watkins Butcher Shop.
All right, and let's talk some meat.
My son and I started this business a few years ago. He takes care of the animals, I take care of the shop here.
What made you decide to become a rancher?
I've been in the business of cattle some way or the other, mainly the butchering. I've always been in the butchering business of meat cutting and such as that. And Shane and I, we always had some cattle, and then when we'd get the calves, we'd take them to the market. And one day he says, "Dad, you know how to cut meat, let's do something with this." And with us, it's a way of life. I just enjoy going out and watch the cattle run around, and when we get ready to do our roundup, where we do our branding and such as that, just a lot of fun, and just breaks away from the hard work.
What are the different words to describe steer? Is cow the right word?
A steer? A steer is a neutered animal, and they're called a steer. Cow is a breeding animal, and then you have your heiferettes, you have your heifers, you have your bulls, your bullets, and those all go down the line.
What's the difference between grass-fed and conventional beef?
Well, the main thing is what we put into them, and most of your conventional stuff is all force-fed in feedlots. All natural grass-fed you don't need as much of it. In other words, instead of having a 1 pound portion, you can have a ½ pound portion, and it's kind of the same as having the 1 pound. You fill up faster on the smaller portion, and it does more good for you. In the pasturing and natural, you're going to have to supplement them sometimes, depends on the time of the year, and that would be with some hays or such as that. Whereas where you put them in the feedlot, you have to supplement them with antibiotics and such as that, which in my opinion isn't healthy. Whereas if you have one that doesn't have to have any antibiotics, pretty much out on their own, is a lot more healthy. If you get roughly a 1,400 pound steer, you'll end up with probably about 400 pounds will be the end result out of a 1,400 pound steer.
I hear you provide ground beef to Ocean View School District. Could you show me the process of that?
Yes.
All right, I'm ready for it.
This is our trim for ground beef.
Wow, that was fun. Let's take it over to Chef Ivan to see what he can do with this ground beef. Today, we're with Ivan Medina from Sheila's Wine Bar, and today we're going to be making
Thai ground beef lettuce cup. So the first thing you want to do is get all your ingredients ready. All right. So we're going to do about a tablespoon and a half of shallots. I'm going to do a couple of cloves of some garlic. We're going to cook the meat first. We're going to put the meat to the side, drain off a little bit of the excess fat, and then add all the aromatics. So we're going to have ginger, garlic, shallots, a little bit of peppers.
All right.
So I have limes that are already washed and pre-cut. We're going to be using the zest on one and the juice on the other. I like to use a cast iron pan. Easy to clean, gets nice and hot, and it retains the heat. So while it's heating up, I'm going to season our beef. Some fresh black pepper. Nice amount of kosher salt. you want to add a little bit of the sesame oil for me? Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, go for it.
It
A
should.
little bit more.
It should react somewhat like water.
Yeah, you'll see the oil start to dance. You'll start seeing it kind of ripple apart. You'll see like a white smoke coming off the sides. You'll hear that sound.
Oh yeah.
So now you know that the pan is about ready. So I'm gonna put the rest of the beef in there.
And you're not gonna just dump it all in.
Yeah, you could, but if there's oil, you don't want to dump it in and accidentally splash. What we're trying to achieve here, just a little bit of color on the bottom, a little bit of char for crunchy little bits and pieces. So we're gonna break it all apart. About 30 seconds to a minute, let it do its thing. So we're gonna do a nice sear, cook it all the way through, take it off, strain it, and then we're gonna start sauteing all our aromatics. Once that's nice and ready, we're gonna put the meat, transfer it back, saute for about a minute or so, mix it all in there, and it should be good to go. So ground beef shouldn't take too long. It takes about a couple minutes. You wanna always make sure with ground beef, wanna cook it all the way through. Have a little bit of red, it's totally fine, because it'll continue to cook even once it's aside and we put it back in there. So now that's all done, you see this little tiny pink, that's okay.
Yep.
So grab your towel. I'm gonna take this pan, put it into a strainer that's fixed into a bowl. Whatever leftover fat we have, it's totally fine. So now you're gonna wanna put your sesame oil.
All right, some sesame oil. How much?
You can put about half of it in.
Okay, about
Perfect. And then you're gonna put about half of the garlic in,
half the garlic.
and then half of the ginger,
It's about half.
and then the green onion.
Half the ginger.
Yep. I'm gonna turn down the heat just a second.
And then
You
all,
can put all the ginger, correct?
all the ginger.
I mean, all the green onion.
All the onions. All right, all that.
Give it a nice little stir.
We'll stir.
Just want to saute that for a little bit. I like to hold off on the peppers only because if you start sauteing the peppers early on, it gets these spicy fumes in the air. And I don't like choking, and the whole house gets all toxic.
That's reasonable. And I don't need to stir it constantly.
No, you want to get just like a little bit of sweat in there. You'll start seeing like little bits and pieces that are browning on the corners. So you give a little stir, and it's okay if it's slightly raw. I like that fresh raw garlic and raw ginger taste.
Right.
So I'm gonna transfer back this meat into the pan.
And I mix it all in?
Yeah, mix it all in. You could throw in your peppers in there.
I can, yes.
Yeah. You do a squeeze of the lime juice.
Squeeze the lime. As I'm stirring it all in.
Yeah.
I feel like a pro already. That's good, yeah?
Yeah. You want to zest some of the lime into it as well?
With these?
Yeah. Turns out great. Give it a nice little stir, turn it off, and we're good to go. Awesome. Now we'll transfer this into a bowl and get ready to fill our cups.
All right, so brown sugar?
Absolutely.
All of it.
Yep.
Every single grain. All right. And then what's this?
We have a little bit of fish sauce.
This is a lot of fish sauce. All of that.
So add the fish sauce,
All of that.
and that's a nice little bit of saltiness.
And then this is
Sesame oil.
Sesame oil. We're gonna want all of that too.
All of that as well.
Heck yeah.
You want to make sure we have enough for all the meal.
All these beautiful lemon
So a nice squeeze of lime juice.
lime juice. A nice squeeze. All right. So 2 hands.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Give it a nice stir.
Give it a good old stir until the brown sugar is dissolved. Yes.
Yes. So while you're doing that, gonna fill the lettuce cups. We have tortoises here in my house, and so all the extras, they go to the tortoise. We're gonna top it off with the dressing. Gonna garnish it with some fresh cilantro, Thai basil, fresh mint, and some green onion.
Nice.
And for a little bit of crunch, I'm gonna put some julienne little carrots, some toasted sesame seeds, and toasted peanuts.
Nice.
Okay, how are you looking over there?
Oh, you finished already?
Yeah, move this aside. And the sesame seeds. I have the peppers on the side.
In case.
But I'll do that one for me. Just give me a little heat. There we go. Take it away, sir.
Well, Ivan, thank you so much for teaching me how to make these. I'm sure they're gonna be delicious.
Yeah, you're a great sous chef. Appreciate all the help, man.
Yeah, cheers.
Wow.